guys, this is my new BMW. This is 535 diesel, we can say twin turbo shitbox, twin power turbo shitbox from BMW. These engines make only problems and noises and stuff like that. And yeah, I will show you how to check your engine condition in a minute, but first thing I wanted to show you this car a little bit. It's just a shitbox 5 Series, nothing special. Sport seats, Alcantara and many equipment. Looks fine to me. Back of the car looks pretty fine to me, at least. You're welcome. This is a piece of shit BMW engineering. New N engines are shit. They are just shit. They don't last. They have a lot of power, all the time problems. Every engine, and also this one. BMW made all the time great diesel engines, 6-cylinder, but now every engine has failure. This is just not BMW anymore. This is China. So enough stupid talking. Now I'll show you how to fix this N57 diesel engine in easiest way and cheapest way. And trust me, it works. Shitbox, please start. That's how you repair fucking BMW engine. As you can hear, I just connected myself, my soul, with this piece of engine, piece of shit, and he talked to me. Yeah, he really did. He told me I have a problem, and I just connected my soul with this engine here, right underneath, like this, and he told me, yeah, I have a problem with the cylinder number 3. And I asked him, yeah, can you tell me what's the problem? And he said, I have some knocking issues. And I said, okay, and can you tell me a little bit more? Yeah, and it's painful to me. And my oil just lost the virginity, and I don't know. Okay, then you need some special words. Like yalla yalla. Yeah, that's what I need. And that's it. I just told him some magic stuff, and he have heard of it, and now he's working fine. Here it is right now. W piece of shit. Yeah. You see this? Tasty. This one is still okay. This one is like new. Crankshaft also, and this one is like cheap Walmart tool. This is amazing, yeah. porozumej. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Look at this engine. This engine has 700 Newton meters. How do you think, you stupid idiot, in life that such a small bearing can hold such a power? How can this fucking shitty shit here hold this moon in position? This one is also dead. Yeah. This one is also somehow nicely dead. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. This one is alright. Alright. And somehow strange, but alright. So the head is off. Bad news. If you know what this here is, then you know what happened. The bearings on a crankshaft is gone, is absolutely gone. It means that this piston has hit the valves, and that means we need 4 new valves. I need to check the camshaft and the hydraulic lifters to see if they have some damage. Cylinder walls, they look dirty right now, but this one looks pretty fine. Yeah, that's it. Whole engine rebuild. So guys, after a long time I finally got the crankshaft and the new block. This is the old crankshaft from this car, damaged on the bearings. This is new crankshaft that I bought on eBay. The guy told it's original BMW, and as it says here, you can see the numbers. There is a BMW number, part number is also there. You can see BMW inside of it, and this is fake. That's not original crankshaft. And I found some crankshafts online, and I saw that these guides are not nitrated, and then I'm really scared because I saw one crankshaft used without these teeth anymore. It just ran over it all the way down. This is the original block from this car, and he was damaged on the place where the bearings sits in it, and I took it to a machine shop, and he bored the complete all 7 holes, and he said it's all done, it's all perfect. And then I used some special tool to check the clearance, and to check if everything straight is and as it should be, and I found out it's really bad and not straight. To explain it better, this is the place what machine shop made, where they made a mistake. He poured it completely out on new specs, and then you need a new bearings. And the problem is he didn't know when you do this kind of job you need to put these ones new, because old ones are too hard on this place here. So old engine block is dead, I can throw it away. And this is the second block, used one, and this has been done already here, and on this one is pretty good. The second problem was the crankshaft. I bought it like this and it wasn't nitrated, and that's the big problem. I took it to my friend. We measured the stiffness of these bearings and it wasn't enough, because this crankshaft was completely shaved and they didn't nitrate it. I don't know why, but I'm assuming they have a bad experience with some temperature after that, because crankshafts like this is not so, how should I say that, not so stable like the old ones, and they are really thin right here and here and here, and they break easy. They break really easy. And now she is done. She is nitrated, completely polished and everything. And right now I'm going to put it in the block and see how is it turning, if anything is wrong, and I'm going to check the clearance and all the other stuff. And then I hope I can get this engine somehow in a month or two together and to put it in the car, because this car is already 1 year, I think 1 year, completely disassembled, and it's waiting for his time right now, and it's coming. We have a whole bunch of new stuff, original BMW parts, all things in engine are new, chains, guides, stuff like that. Yeah, let's begin with the party. I was happy to finally install the crankshaft, and with the first tightening the screws and bearings, she wasn't able to turn. Yeah, what should I say? I don't know. I started to look and to search why. I just unscrewed the bearings, first, second, third, and I found out that the fourth bearing there is something wrong. And I spent 2 days on finding out why isn't it turning. At the first, before I nitrated the crankshaft, I had a real play how it should be 0.08 millimeters, and it was all right, and she was turning freely, nothing wrong, everything perfect. And after nitrating, she wasn't able to turn. This is the main problem. This bearing here, I had to cut it out on this place, and this one I have to shave it here, and I have to shave it from over the top. Why? This engine block was refurbished on these areas. These places, they were shaved, I don't know for how much, and the bearings place was bored out, all 7 of it. The problem is right here on the fourth one, this is the place, this was the bearing that got hot and he turned with the crankshaft. So I'm assuming this place got really hot and is now somehow pretty soft, the material, not able to stand all the force that it was able to stand before damage. Right now, when you put this tool, I don't know its name, you can see with the light that this one is for, you can see it like that already. This one is great, this one is great, and this one is open. I have measured, and I measured 0.5 millimeters. Is this one not so great shaped, and this side also. The problem is now you have the same diameter from all 7 of it, and this one is somehow lower. When you put your bearing inside of it, your bearing is looking over it for half of a millimeter, and when you tighten the bearings, they pull themselves together on inside, and that was the place where it blocked the crankshaft. That was the reason why I had to cut and to shave some of the bearing to get a free play again in a crankshaft. Right now I did it. I said already 2 days, and I'm already so crazy about this engine, about this car, about this everything. It's just, this is a second engine, this is a second crankshaft. No one wanna say, yeah, that's my fault. And right now I have to check everything, every detail, every screw, every bearing, everything. I have to take everything in hand, and I have to look it for 100%, because otherwise I'm already somehow, I think, almost on 20,000 euros I have invested in this car, and I don't want to lose that money. So it has to work. Yeah, anyway, right now I'm starting to put this engine together. I already clean it up, and step by step I'm going to continue the progress. Rest of the parts is here. This has been already, camshafts have been already polished and put together. All these parts are ready for install. I let the turbos complete rebuild. Inside, second turbo, that's it. Everything is there. I need to put it together. I'm assuming I'll take 2 days to finish it. And yeah, I wish myself good luck. These are the piston cooling lines. Still the old one, because they are already cleaned up. There is a valve inside of it. It's working perfectly, and there is no need to put a new one. I bought also new toy for this engine. I searched for a same one as I already have, the 2 big ones, and I found this one on Amazon for 50 euros. Piston cooling lines, 8 Newton meters. Time to put the main bearings in a block. Finally, for the lathe time, or I'm hoping so. Loop. Time for loop. You know already without lube ain't working on women. The same thing is on engines. No lube, no fun. Easy as that. Ništa, čujemo se. Zoe, ajde, pozdrav, bok. Right now, done talking with sweating. Time for lube. I hope this is fucking last time. I hope this is last time. What I forgot to say is this crankshaft was bored. This bearing was bored and this engine block was bored also. So we have a small diameter in the crankshaft and we have a bigger diameter in the engine block. These bearings ain't BMW bearings. These bearings are King bearings, and there is a number, and as you can see they are inside and outside bigger. So that's the only way you can save such an engine when you have this kind of a damage, because every N57 engine has this failure sooner or later, and these are the only one bearings that you can use to save crankshaft and save the engine block. Otherwise, I would say buy a used block, a used engine that's still running, that's still good, put a new bearing inside and put a new oil pump. That's the best way and the cheapest way to repair this engine. Do not do it like I did. This is an expensive way, and just buy everything used that's still working, put new bearing inside, put new oil pump, and you are ready to go. Do not do this kind of a job. This is fucking nightmare. Believe me, this ain't easy. Some other tip. Most of the guys ask if you should put an oil right there. Never. You should never put oil right there. First thing of it is because you're getting this bearing higher. That's the first problem. You will get a lower clearance in your bearings. And second of all, second thing is if you put oil, it is easier that this bearing can turn with the crankshaft on first start or later on first test drive. Do not put oil here, only on the top of the bearing. One small detail: left one is new screw, right one is old screw. You can see that the right one is longer one for 1 millimeter. This is because I used these screws, I think 5 times at least. I put it together, I tightened the screws, I checked the clearance, if it's turning freely, and this is the reason why this screw, you can't see it on camera, but I can see it here. It's thinner than there because it got longer and it's getting itself together here. That's the reason you should use new screws every time. Same as a condom. So, as you can see, I have hammered every bearing shell, and the reason is when you take a hammer and you slag it from the top, you get the bearing inside of the engine block better together. They find some better place and they sit much better. And you should hammer it every time you tighten the screws, you hammer it all the way down. You must measure friction, turning friction from the crankshaft. You have to measure it. There is a specification on BMW side and it says it should not exceed over 2 Newton meters. 2 Newton meters, they are just like this. You have to be able to turn it with your hand on front of the engine. Right now, this is perfect. Just a little bit of force, just a little bit. Look at this. It's turning perfectly. That was my biggest problem from the start. This is how it looked like when you don't have a friend to help you in this moment right now. It's Saturday evening, all alone, yeah. So, 60 degrees. 60 degrees. I already measured the weight of the pistons and connecting rods, but you can see here I wrote down how much every piston weight. I had to take off, I think, 10 grams from this one because this is a spare connecting rod because my was damaged, and this is spare one, still in good shape without damage, of course. Here we have new bearings named Gluco. All guys have recommended these bearings. They said they are good, they are cheap and good. So this is a little bit crazy, but can be. And you can't change upper one with lower bearings because you have this slack here, and you can only put upper one to upper one. This is a lower one and you cannot put it in the upper one. You can't make a mistake here. Time to put the first piston in the engine block. The first thing you need to do is to check your piston rings. They need to be 120 degrees, how should I say that? 120 degrees split. So it means, and do not put this cap on this hole here. This is wrong. You need to put it like this. Second one, 120 degrees. It's like Mercedes logo down there, and third one here. So one is here, one is there, and one is there. 120 degrees. And now you need to take a hammer and bam, 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 bam. You need to hammer it down, all the way down in the engine block. That's the right way to do it. I found a problem. I looked underneath, and as you can see, this is the old pump, and these screws have been tightened, and the fifth one is coming right here. You can clearly see there is a small place between them. So it means if I would tighten this screw right now, this old pump would break, or maybe not right now, but sometime later. And why is that happening is because I told you already, this engine block was shaved on these sides. That's the reason why are these guides lower inside of an engine block. That's the reason you have to take care of every detail in this engine if you want to put it completely again as it should be. This is a small but very interesting info you need to know. You all know what this is? Yeah. I took this one because I measured exactly 0.28 millimeters, and it goes right inside. And now when you tighten this screw here, it is going to stay straight, and they won't be folding or something like that, so it won't break. So that's the main point of it. What do you say about this turbo? Nice, huh? Looks like new. Yeah, look at inside. I give it on a service and reparation in Croatia, and what happened? They cleaned it, they put the new wheels inside. I don't know if it's true or not. I paid 800 euros for it, and they sandblasted it. And how? I don't know how. The problem is this turbo is full of sand. And yeah, for now, what should I do? Break the bones? I have no idea. So it means I paid a lot of money, I got shit, fucking shit, and now I need to disassemble it and clean it, every detail in this turbo. Otherwise, it's all for nothing. Here I have a small upgrade for your N57 engine. This is a steel plate that goes on an exhaust manifold right there. And with this metal plate, you don't get any exhaust gases anymore in your AGR system. So it means he sits right here in the front and he's connected with your intake manifold, and every time when he opens and closes, he's pulling exhaust gases in your intake manifold, and the result is really dirty intake manifold. I can manage one or two. I can tell you where you can get one, and just place it in a place like this, and then put your AGR cooling system back again, and that's it, all done. You will have clean engine, you won't have any more problems with dirt inside, with, I don't know, performance and stuff like that. You will be ready to go forever. This is a really great upgrade. And of course, after that, you need to program your ECU with your AGR data. You need to take another data so you don't have any codes later. So here we are with a shitbox on a countryside beach. Yeah. You know what this means? It means that this car is finally driving, finally running and working like a Swiss clock. Let me show you that. Wow. No more noise, no engine ticking. Isn't that nice? Yeah, this was a long run, but working really nice. Having all the power, yeah. Having all 313 horsepower that you get out of this shitbox engine. Can you hear it? Like a Swiss clock. No issues at all. Isn't that nice? You can tell me if engine sounds healthy. I think so. Let's just go through a quick engine check. We had a lot of problems with machine shops. I had problem with the guy who did the turbo. Every fucking guy did something wrong. And the least engine shop did everything right. I had to buy another block. I had to buy another crankshaft, and then to put it all together and get some bad news, then I had to forge the crankshaft, and now is this engine overhauled as it should be. So what that means? It means you can push the throttle without any scary thoughts, and you can drive on German Autobahn like I do with a full throttle, and there is nothing going to break down. There is no fear anymore from something bad happening in engine. And all that cost me almost 10,000 euros. Yeah, too much, way too much for this regular diesel engine, twin power turbo. Yeah, nothing special. 213 horsepower and 640 torque. As it works how it should be, I can tell you right now I'm starting to like this car because he drives fine. I already have driven 4,000 kilometers. I went on a road trip to Croatia and I made there 3,000 kilometers with no issues at all. Nothing. Just carry on gas and drive all the way down to Croatia and back there with a fuel consumption from, let's say, 7.4 liters on 100 kilometers. That's pretty good. That was town and highway mixed, so that's pretty good mileage. On a highway it takes only 7 liters for such a big car and heavy car, and yeah, that's the reason why I'm starting to like it. He has some nice equipment, some smart equipment. I'm going to show you right now. This one is some distance warning thing, and this is really useful, and this is the best one. This is a BMW night vision. Of course we have a day right now, but at the night he's recognizing some animals, I mean every animals. he's recognizing people on the road, and if you don't react, he's going to brake from himself. And this is a really great equipment. I really like it. What also really nice is this sport gearbox, 8-speed with sport modus, comfort, Eco Pro. And Eco Pro, I'm never using it because I have some bad feeling about it. That's a long story about it, but I drive my always comfort and really rare, but some days sport. And yeah, on a sport I can say I have feel it has a little bit more power. It's just a feeling, and I don't know if that's true, but yeah.
This is a nice exhaust sound. I like it, and most of you guys will know why does it sound like that. But I don't want to talk it on YouTube about it.
Say bye-bye to nice beach. I'm going directly on German Autobahn, most liked Autobahn on the planet Earth. You can drive like a fucking maniac. No one cares, except the green ones. They are trying to deactivate this no speed limit law. They are trying to set the law at 130 kilometers per hour for everyone, so that we can get less emissions, less blah blah blah, more security, and what do I know, what the fuck. No one needs that shit, because Germany is putting his own garbage in other countries, and it's saying, yeah, we are clean and we are perfect and we are, yeah. Big lies. These are big lies. If there is sign open, then pedal to the metal. And the cruise control is also really nice. He's braking by himself, he's accelerating by himself. This is useful. I can say for this kind of equipment, this is really useful. You don't need such a buttons everywhere. I don't know what the fuck. But this is really useful. You can open the roof. Maybe it'll be better to see. BMW and Audi, they have the same engines. They don't last, they don't drive with high mileage, they last 200,000 kilometers, and then you need to overhaul the whole engine if it is possible. You don't have bearings for overhauling or for boring. You need to find a company who is going to produce new bearings for your engine, so that you can use your old engine block and your crankshaft. You don't want to throw that away. It's 6,000 euros. How much it costs at BMW? It is ridiculous.
deutsche Sprache, schwere Sprache? Jawohl. Ich hab's verstanden. Frau Navigation. Jalla, jalla. Das ist ein Impulslag. Kurvo glupa. Jevem ti mater, šta sereš. What I wanted to say is this car pulls like a fucking plane. It takes 7 liters for it. Isn't that nice? I didn't want to film this car from the first time. Then I talked to my friend Sresen and he said that he was thinking this would be interesting for other people to look this kind of a car on YouTube. I know this car doesn't belong to our channel because it's somehow too new and too modern, but I've tried. That's the reason why I'm filming right now, and I thought he's right. Look at the sign. Oh, no speed limit. Oh yeah, but look at that in front. 10 idiots in front of me. They drive 120 and I think this is somehow top speed. Jalla, jalla, auf! Maybe we have more luck on this highway. Auf! Jalla, jalla! How much do we have to the next car? We made 130 kilometers. Yalla, yalla, Kollege. You are driving motorcycle, you should be faster than I. Come on, come on! This is some pussy. Some German pussy. Now in the corner, he's breaking down, the fucking idiot. Du verdammter Wichser! So, what do we have now? 50, 51, 52. So, that's it. And now we need to go out. This car pulls like a fucking plane and it's so amazing. This is so amazing. Coming in the city right now, switching to the comfort mode. That would be it. I'm going to do a wheel alignment next week, as I said, and what I had to do, I did it already. I changed all the fuel fluids
Engine is running, gearbox is shifting perfectly. Maybe I could polish this car, I don't know, but that's not the thing that I wanna do, because if I do it, it's going to be dirty in 2 days again, and no need of it, because I'm driving it every day almost, and no need for perfection. Engine is really important, everything else is, yeah, not so important. But overall, this car runs great. You can hear engine running, no noises, no failures, no codes, nothing, no smoke, nothing. Runs like new. And I did some stuff. I installed the oil pump from 550 because she has a little bit more oil pressure. So that's the first thing, that's the first great upgrade for this kind of diesel engines. And another things, yeah, these are secrets. I can tell you if you are interested in it, I can write you down, but I'm not going to tell everything. Something must stay in my head. This is my school. Big thanks for watching, and please subscribe, because this is going to be one day my new job and my new food, let's say so. Stay tuned for next BMW shitbox.